me about the last story and what we can expect from this final story.
It's a masterpiece done by Sakaguchi, teaming up with D. Uematsu, so the dynamic duo are back at it again. It's a Wii platform game. It's a gorgeous title with a lot of storylines. Basically, you play as a mercenary. You're swept into this world, trying to save the world. The usual Sakaguchi.
Just gonna be saving the world, you know? I mean, that's why it's the last story, because the world needs to be saved. Once you save the world once, that's pretty much all you have to do.
There was a lot of rumors that this will be Sakaguchi's last piece, but it was like he was putting that much emotional effort and dedication into it, like this is gonna be his last title. They really wanted to make something that's different than a typical RPG. You really use your teammates within the battle system. You really have to think about the other party members. And there's a lot of love and respect towards one another within the mercenary team, so even when you're like walking around the dungeon, there's a lot of chatter between them to have more depth into their relationship.
Woo! Very nice, boys.
And this isn't a single player game as well, this is a multiplayer online experience as well?
There is a cooperative play and a versus play that you can go online and play against other people.
And how will those be different from the single player experience? Is it going to tie into the story, or is it going to be its own separate entity?
It's a separate entity. You go in there and you take on some quest, and versus you just go head to head with up to 6 players, I think.
What are some of the challenges in creating a game where you need to take care of everybody that's around you, or else it's not going to work out too well?
So early in the game, you get this special ability called Gathering. By activating the Gathering, you'll see a line coming from the enemies indicating that their attention is towards you. So you try to like bring them towards you as much as possible. You'll be doing a lot of hiding behind objects and try to surprise attack them. But by doing that, you get your teammates more time to do their thing and then cast a powerful and devastating blow to the enemies, or command them to attack a certain object in the room that like make the ceiling crumbling down on the enemy and whatnot.
It's the last story. I'm kind of sad. This is it. You know, it all comes down to. It all comes. It's not. Tell us about Last Story 7. It's 2019. We're talking about Last Story 7. Is it going to be like Final Fantasy? And they're like, this is the final one, and then it's like the last story. Then the last story like 57.